Hello, garden enthusiasts and green thumbs around the world. Today we're diving into the vibrant world of garden borders. Garden borders, those charming ribbons of color that edge our lawns and walkways, do more than just dazzle the eye. They are the symphony of the garden, guiding your gaze through the landscape and harmonizing the wild with the cultivated. These borders are not only pivotal in defining the aesthetic appeal of outdoor spaces but also play a crucial role in supporting ecological balance. They attract pollinators, improve biodiversity, and can even help to regulate garden pests naturally. In this guide, we focus on the top 5 flower varieties that are not just visually stunning, but are champions at enhancing these effects. Each selected variety not only thrives in border settings, but also contributes its unique texture, color, and fragrance. These plants are the keystones that transform simple gardens into lush, vibrant sanctuaries. Stay tuned as we explore each of these varieties in detail, transforming your garden into a breathtaking paradise. First up on our list is the timeless rose, a symbol of beauty and elegance. Roses, with their myriad of colors and forms, have captivated the hearts of gardeners for centuries. From the deep reds of a Mr. Lincoln to the delicate pinks of a Queen Elizabeth, each variety brings its own unique flair to garden borders. When considering roses for your garden, it's important to recognize the diversity within this species. Hybrid tea roses are renowned for their classic large blooms and are perfect for creating a focal point. Floribunda roses, with their bountiful clusters, provide a lush, full look ideal for filling out any space. Meanwhile, climbing roses add a vertical dimension, draping elegantly over fences and trellises. Caring for roses does require a bit of finesse. They thrive in full sun, needing at least 6 hours of direct sunlight a day. Soil should be well-draining yet rich in organic matter. Regular pruning not only keeps the plants healthy but also encourages more blooms. In spring, a balanced fertilizer can kickstart their growing season, while deadheading spent flowers will promote continuous blooming throughout the summer. For those looking to enhance their garden's aesthetic, integrating roses with companions like lavender or salvia can create a harmonious palette and help deter pests. This not only maximizes the health of your roses, but also the overall vibrancy of your border. With roses, your garden border can achieve a classic and romantic feel, setting a magnificent stage for the rest of your garden. Next, let's breathe in the calming aroma of lavender. Imagine stepping into your garden and being greeted by a sea of lavender, its vibrant purple hues waving gently in the breeze. Lavender isn't just celebrated for its delightful color. It's revered for its soothing fragrance that can transform any garden border into a serene retreat. Planting lavender is both an art and a science. For starters, this sun-loving plant thrives in well-drained soil. It's crucial to give lavender plenty of space to spread out, as this ensures ample airflow and reduces the risk of moisture-related diseases. Typically, planting in the spring or early fall is ideal, allowing the roots to establish themselves during cooler temperatures. But lavender offers more than just visual beauty and aromatic allure. Strategically placing lavender along walkways or near seating areas can enhance the sensory experience of your garden. As you brush past the plants or the wind sweeps through, the released fragrance can help reduce stress and promote relaxation. Moreover, lavender is a champion attractor of pollinators. Bees and butterflies are drawn to its nectar-rich flowers, adding a buzz of life to your garden. This not only aids in the health of your garden's ecosystem, but also increases the yield of other plants nearby. Lavender not only beautifies your borders, but also invites a sense of peace and tranquility to your garden space. Moving on to a burst of color with the vibrant tulip. Tulips, the heralds of spring, present a dazzling array of colors that can brighten any garden border. From the deep purples and passionate reds to the sunny yellows and gentle pastels, tulips offer a palette that can complement any garden design. Their unique cup-shaped blooms and sturdy stems make them not just beautiful but also a symbol of resilience in the garden. When planting tulips, timing and technique are key. Ideally, tulip bulbs should be planted in the fall, several weeks before the ground freezes. This timing allows the bulbs to establish roots before the winter. Choose a spot with ample sunlight and well-drained soil to avoid waterlogging, which can cause the bulbs to rot. Planting them about 4 to 6 inches deep with the pointed end up is a simple rule of thumb that ensures they have the best start. Caring for tulips doesn't end after planting. Once the blooms fade, resist the urge to cut down the foliage. The leaves continue to gather sunlight, creating food that is stored in the bulb for the next year's growth. Only when the leaves yellow and die back naturally is it time to tidy them up from the garden. Moreover, tulips are perennial in nature, meaning with the right care, they return to grace your garden every spring. This enduring return makes them a cost-effective and visually appealing option for garden borders. Tulips bring a splash of spring joy that can make any garden border pop with color. Now let's talk about the hardy and reliable geranium. When it comes to garden borders that endure through the seasons while still catching the eye, geraniums are a top contender. Known for their robust nature, these plants offer a long blooming period that stretches from early spring well into the fall. This makes them an invaluable addition to any garden looking to maintain continuous color and vibrancy. Geraniums come in a delightful array of colors, including vivid blues, soft pinks, sumptuous purples, and classic whites. Their foliage is equally attractive, often having a lacy or deeply lobed appearance that adds texture and depth to garden compositions. One of the stellar qualities of geraniums is their adaptability. They thrive in a wide range of climates, making them suitable for gardeners in many different zones. Whether you're dealing with the damp coolness of the Pacific Northwest or the dry heat of the Southwest, there's a geranium species that can flourish in your garden. Moreover, geraniums are renowned for their hardiness. These plants are not only drought-tolerant but also resistant to many pests and diseases. This resilience makes them an excellent choice for gardeners who prefer low-maintenance plants that still provide high impact. For those interested in attracting wildlife, geraniums are a beacon for bees and butterflies, adding an extra layer of life to your garden borders. Geraniums are the workhorses of the garden border, providing consistent beauty with minimal fuss. Last but not least, the elegant iris stands tall and proud. Ah, the iris, a perennial favorite that brings a touch of refinement and dramatic flair to any garden border. With their unique sculptural blooms and a palette ranging from the deepest purples to the most vibrant blues, irises are not just flowers, they are a statement. Let's delve into the world of irises, which boasts an impressive diversity. From the bearded iris with its fuzzy decorative beards, to the sleek lines of the Siberian iris, each type offers its own distinct appeal. The bearded varieties in particular are beloved for their ornate petals and mesmerizing patterns. Caring for irises involves understanding their specific needs, particularly when it comes to sunlight and soil. Irises thrive in well-drained soil and require at least 6 hours of direct sunlight a day. This makes them perfect for that sunny spot in your garden where few other flowers can prosper. Now consider the structure of your garden border. Irises are tall, often reaching up to 4 feet, and their vertical stance adds an essential layer of height variation that can enhance the overall visual appeal of your garden. Planting them in clusters can create focal points that draw the eye, adding both structure and drama to your floral arrangement. Irises are sure to be the showstoppers in your garden, captivating all who gaze upon them. Now that you know the top flowers for your garden borders, let's touch on some design tips to bring it all together. Designing a garden border is much like painting a picture. It's about creating layers, textures, and a harmony of colors. To achieve a visually appealing border, consider the color harmony first. Do you prefer a monochromatic scheme or a tapestry of various hues? Picture the classic roses and deep reds alongside the soft purples of lavender, or the vibrant tulips contrasting with the subtle blues of irises. Each combination tells a different story. Next, think about the bloom time. Ideally, your garden border should not have a peak season but should display continual bloom throughout the growing season. This is where understanding the flowering times of your chosen varieties becomes crucial. For instance, while tulips herald the arrival of spring, roses can sustain beauty into the fall. By planning for staggered bloom times, you ensure that your garden remains a focal point from spring through fall. Height is another important element. A well-designed border has a gradient, usually with the tallest plants at the back, which then step down to the shortest in front. This allows each plant to shine without obscuring the others. Imagine irises' elegant height serving as a backdrop to the sprawling vibrancy of geraniums and the ground-hugging tulips catching the eye at the front. Encourage experimentation. Each garden is unique, not just in its climate and soil, but in its personality. Maybe your garden's personality is bold and eclectic, or perhaps it's subtle and serene. Use the plants like colors on a palette, mixing and matching, until you find the combination that feels right for your space. Remember, gardening is an evolving art. Your garden borders might change as you learn what works best for your environment and as your personal taste evolves. Don't shy away from trying new arrangements or introducing new varieties. Embrace the joys of gardening and let your creativity flourish. Transform your space into a living masterpiece. Happy gardening.